Have you ever spent hours filming and editing videos only to watch it flop in the end? It's not the editing, it's not even the thumbnail design, it's the core video idea. A boring video idea guarantees no clicks, no views, and no growth at all for your YouTube channel. That's why in today's video, I want to share 3 foolproof methods on how you can find killer video ideas that actually gets attention and serves the purpose you are trying to achieve. But before we jump into these 3 methods, there is something you have to understand first. Every video idea has to start with an intention. So you want to ask yourself this: is the video meant to help grow your channel? Do you want to gain more viewers and subscribers? Or are you trying to generate a lot more high-ticket clients from your YouTube videos? Of course, I have to bring this up since I'm working within this niche. Once you know the purpose or intention of your videos, the whole content creation process gets 10 times easier for yourself. You'll instantly see which ideas are designed to get clicks and subscribers, and which video ideas are just meant to close high-ticket clients or generate a lot more revenue gain for your own business. Now, with the foundation set, one of the first methods you can use to find killer video ideas is by checking out what your competitors are uploading. And here's the thing, you're not really copying them, you're studying what's actually working. The reason why this is so powerful is because YouTube has already shown you what the market is responding to. If a video idea in your niche is pulling way more views than normal, it means people are actively searching for the topic and watching it very consistently. And that's why they would want to click on it and watch it to begin with. And this is exactly proof of demand. Now, instead of wasting hours brainstorming ideas, you would just be shortcutting the process by focusing on ideas that are already validated. You want to think of gathering video ideas through your competitors as doing product research. You wouldn't want to launch a product for someone that doesn't want it, so why make video ideas that no one asked for? So by starting with proven topics, you're stacking the odds in your own favor. So here's how you actually do it. I want you to take a look at your competitors' uploads for the past 6 to 10 months. If you see a video that is performing way above the usual average, then that's your cue. You can create your own version of that video or even refresh one of their older popular videos, since it most likely would be outdated. Now, let me be very clear, you don't want to copy their ideas word for word because that is straight up plagiarism and you shouldn't be doing that. The whole goal of taking inspiration from your competitors is to put your own spin on it. For example, if you're a fitness coach and your competitor has a video called "Everything You Need to Know About Force Production in Powerlifting," you could possibly narrow that video idea down to be more catered towards something like how to properly apply force during a squat. Now, this is pretty much the same core concept for a video idea, but this is more so adapted to your audience and your own expertise. Now, in the YouTube content space, this is exactly what we call finding outliers. You might have heard this topic before and this phrase brought up by a lot of other creators, but as a brief run through what outliers are, they're pretty much videos that get a lot more views than the normal channel average. And it's not just about the topic. You want to pay attention to the title, the thumbnail, and even how the structure of the hook is written. All of that contributes to why the video popped off in the first place. But here's the thing, not every popular video is worth obsessing over. Some only blow up because they ranked in searches, while others just blew up because they hit at the right time when the trend was happening. And that's why I said earlier, you have to know what your video is designed for from the beginning. If you take a video idea that was designed to bring in views and subscribers and grow your channel like crazy, but you twist it into something that's a little bit more supposedly focused on converting high-ticket clients as an example, it's not going to land very well with the viewers who will be watching that video. And the outcome you're trying to achieve with that video won't be exactly what you're imagining. And this is why the intention you had with that video idea has to match with what the intention was from the beginning. And this is why the intention has to match the video idea. I want you to keep this in mind when you're trying to take inspiration from your other competitors. And here's a bonus tip. Don't limit yourself to just your own niche. I want you to take a look at nearby niches that have a very similar viewing experience. Let's say you're a creator that is making videos about starting and growing a very small art business. If you're looking for video ideas, you could probably look into a niche that is more related to business growth. So let's say if you see a video from a business coach about how to make your first $10,000 in a month, you could probably adapt that video into something like the art booth that made me $5,000. This is pretty much the same packaging and messaging, but now you're speaking directly to your own audience. Hopefully that example I just gave made it a lot more clear on how you can find video ideas with the right intention, but remix it in a way that can fit your audience a lot better. Now, moving on to the second method, and it's all about keyword usage. And this is probably the most common way to find video ideas nowadays. The whole gist of using keywords is creating videos that rank on the YouTube searches instead of just relying on the homepage or suggested traffic. The benefit here is that you're guaranteeing a certain certain type of viewer base. For example, if you make a video called how to quit alcohol in 30 days and it ranks, the only people finding it are those who are looking to quit drinking. That's laser targeted traffic and possibly quality viewers who might be interested in working with you personally, especially if you are a coach in the space. Now, if you want to use keywords successfully, you have to be using tools like TubeBuddy or vidIQ. Personally, I would recommend vidIQ because they give a lot more detailed insights into keyword data like volume and competition and other keywords that you could possibly be ranking for, but you can use either tools for your own preference and your own needs, or what you pretty much prefer. Now, the key in keyword research is to look for words with high search volume and relatively low competition. And don't worry if the search volume is only in the few thousands. On YouTube, that's actually really solid, especially if you're in a very, very small niche. Now, once you find a keyword, you want to center your video idea around that topic. For example, if the keyword is Amazon PPC strategies, your video idea could be titled around something like how to create a killer Amazon PPC strategy in 2025. You can also target problem-based or question style keywords, since that's how a lot of people often type into the YouTube search bar. Like if I search why is your Amazon PPC not converting customers, vidIQ shows about around 2,000 searches a month for this phrase and pretty low competition. So because of this, you'd want to make a video with this exact phrasing, and you can rank high in the searches while pulling in a guaranteed flow of qualified viewers for your channel. Now, there is one major warning I do want to raise when making video ideas using keywords, and that is you don't want to go so hyper specific with it. Sure, you can make a video like how do you connect your iPhone 17 Pro Max to an Asus laptop as an example, but if only 10 people are searching it every single month, that video is not worth your time since your pool of viewers is just so small. So when you're making videos with keywords, you want to stick with the phrases that have enough demand to justify the effort. So at the end of the day, just don't waste your time on mattering with two very hyper-specific keywords. You still want to use the more generalistic or more common keywords, but then mix in a little bit more niche topics with it. And like I mentioned earlier, you do want to use the questioning method on how people are searching about it on the YouTube search results. Now, with that being said, there is one last method you should be using if you want to find killer vid ideas on YouTube, and that is by looking into forums and communities to see what people are asking about. And this is something not a lot of people are actually doing when it comes to creating YouTube videos, is that they're not looking at other platforms. For context, this is something I used to do a lot of the time when I was running my old YouTube channel, helping a lot of high school students apply to my university program. And honestly, it's one of the best ways to find content gaps that you can create videos about. Now, the best place for this is Reddit, but it can be on any forum which your niche is hanging out on. What I want you to do is go in, look at the questions people are asking about within your niche, and take notes of the ones that don't seem to have a really clear answer for them. Usually, if someone is asking in a forum, what this normally means is that they couldn't find a good solution, whether that be in the Google searches or YouTube search results as well, and that's your opportunity to make a video about it. And what you do after this is pretty simple. You want to make a video that directly answers that question and pack it with as much valuable info as possible. Once the video is uploaded, you want to go back into the same forum thread and post your video as a response. Now, there are two things that will happen here. One, the original poster sees your videos and watch it and would thank you because of that. And two, anyone else who comes across that thread later on sees your answers and clicks your video as well. Because oftentimes, if one person is creating a thread about a very specific question, then that means that there would be another person who is questioning the exact same thing. That's free qualified traffic from people who are already looking for exactly what you're talking about. But there is one thing you have to keep in mind about this. These types of videos usually don't blow up your channel with huge reach. They're not built to go viral or rack up tens of thousands of views for you. But if your intention is conversions instead of growth, especially if you're a business owner trying to generate leads with YouTube, this is an incredibly powerful method if you're trying to find video ideas. You're getting a smaller audience. Yeah, sure you are, but it's made up of people who are highly qualified and already looking for the exact solution you already provide. And that's often way more valuable than chasing vanity metrics. And honestly, sometimes 200 hyper-qualified viewers are way more valuable than 20,000 random ones. And this isn't just limited to forums. You can do the exact same for other social platforms to drive more traffic back to your YouTube channel. In fact, I made a full video on how to promote your YouTube channel through other social media platforms to land more high-ticket clients. So you should definitely check out that video that is being shown somewhere in the top left, top right corner of your screen at the moment right now. And with that being said, these are the 3 best ways to find killer YouTube video ideas. You want to study your competitors to see what's already working, use keyword research to tap into what people are actively searching for, and check online forums and communities to uncover the exact questions your audience is asking. And remember this, each method ties back to your intention, whether you want growth, views, or high-ticket clients for your own business. But if you want to take it a step further and learn how to actually structure those videos in a way that converts viewers into real paying clients, you should definitely go watch one of my last videos where I break down this exact entire process. It would be popping somewhere on your screen at the moment, and you can click on it if you so desire to watch it. But other than that, you should definitely try out these 3 different methods because I know you're going to go kill it on YouTube.